Hello and welcome to this Warhammer 40k Codex review with me, Mark from the Xenoviz channel. Me and Ian did a recent sit and play, and one of the questions on there was, were we going to see some Skitarii battle reports? Well, I went and picked myself up the Skitarii Codex. There it is. And I thought I'd have a read. It's a very thin codex. The last one I got was Codex Eldar Craftwells, which is huge. This one, Codex Adeptus Mechanicus Skitarii. What it seems to be is Games Workshop is expanding on their lore, and they're going with Codex Adeptus Mechanicus, which seem to be all those little guys up on Mars that hold the secrets and the technology. Now, this Skitarii came out first. They've now got some other stuff and more models coming out, and there are rumours that the Adeptus Mechanicus are going to have a brand new codex from the summer onwards, is the rumour, and it's going to merge all of them together and have like elements of Imperial Knights in them and just pure technological awesomeness. Now, front cover itself, it looks good, it's different. If you've ever watched Fallout or played Fallout, it reminds me of that. If you merge Star Wars and Fallout and 3 and Fallout New Vegas, it's that. You've got your rad weapons in here, which I'll go through later. You've got your cattle stick prod electrical thing, which again is a Fallout, but it's in the sci-fi universe, like Star Wars, and a couple of them look like one of the droids from Star Wars. So, opening the codex up, you go straight to a couple of images of the models, and then go straight into the artwork. With all of these new codexes, the artwork does look amazing. Gives you some brief detail about the Skitarii. This does feel like an add-on codex, even though it was released first. Again, the rumour for Adeptus Mechanicus is coming out later in 2015. So yeah, there's a lot less content. There's only 80 pages, but not a lot of gameplay rules and stuff. So it goes about the Red Planet, talking about Mars, crucibles of war, more about little factions, the timeline that you generally get, Skitarii Vanguard. Now it goes into some detail about each of the units, because there are only a few units in this codex, so it goes into detail about them with lovely colour images there, and it does really look cool. I like the look of the Rust Stalkers, the Infiltrators, the Walkers. Still not taken on the Dune Crawlers. The Dragoons look kind of cool, and they go into colour schemes for them, each of the little factions, I guess you could put. The Skitarii, I think some of the infantry models look really good, but I'm just not 100% sold on the vehicles yet. Then in the middle you have all of the showcase of models. There are a limited range, but they do look good. Going through different colour schemes of them. And again, a heavy metal section, heavy metal, so it shows the studio have painted them up, and you can get some ideas and be inspired about different elements of that. Not really a huge Warhammer 40k looking army. The vehicles look slightly of a different kind of game to Warhammer 40k. It's not the traditional things you kind of think, oh, that's Warhammer 40k. Like I said, to me it looks like Fallout 3 games merged with a bit of Star Wars, and that's where they've gone with it. Forces of Skitarii then. So, choosing an army, you can do it as the bound and unbound element, or and you get your benefits that way. This is the Skitarii Maniple. Restrictions: all units in the detachment must have the Skitarii faction or have no other faction. Compulsory is 2 troops. Optional is 6 more troops, 4 elites, 2 attacks, 4 heavy and 1 fortification. The command benefits, you get to reroll warlord traits. And all models from this detachment have Crusader and Scout special rule. Units from this detachment cannot outflank due to this special rule, but can do as a result of a different special rule such as infiltrate or mission special rule. Sorry about that, I had a phone call. So as I was saying, you build the list up and then you get Scout and Crusader, but you can't outflank due to the special rule. However, if you have infiltrate, which a lot of these units do, you can outflank. So I'm seeing this army as a kind of outflanking, scouting, infiltrating. They have relentless as well, specifically shooty army that does certain roles of certain things. It'll make sense later. Timer for dinner. It's okay, it doesn't have to come out yet. So, Skitarii Vanguard, 55 points, gives you 4 Skitarii Vanguard and a Vanguard Alpha. A Vanguard is a weapon skill 3, ballistic skill 4, shooty, brilliant. Strength, toughness 3, 1 wound, initiative 3, 1 attack, leadership 8, 4+ save. The Alpha has 2 wounds, 2 attacks, leadership 9. Comes with a Skitarii Warplate, which is the 4-up armor save, and the Radium Carbine, which is, in my opinion, amazing and could even rival the Tau Fire Warriors for the amount of shots and how awesome it is. The Radium Carbine is an 18-inch, strength 3, AP 5, assault 3, rad poisoning. So strength 3 is going to be good against Tyranids, Tau, Eldar. It'll be okay against other things. AP 5, light infantry is not going to like that. But rad poisoning, this is huge, this rule. Rad poisoning, when firing a weapon that has this special rule, at a wound roll of a 6 causes 2 wounds on the target unit, regardless of its toughness. Each wound is allocated and saved against separately. So monstrous creatures, gargantuan monstrous creatures, say Wraith Knights or Carnifexes and stuff like that, they've got something to be worried about. Now you can have a unit of 10, so that'll be 30 shots, needing 3s to hit, so that's around 20 to 25 hits on average. And then you roll 6s, so say that's on average 4 wounds that go through. You've got to take your arm saves. You're going to be rolling 6s, sorry. That's 4 wounds that go through. They now become 2 plus times the 2, so that's 8 wounds. That's from 1 unit of infantry, which at 9 points a model is extremely scary for Tyranids and, yeah, a Wraith Knight, for example. They have special rules, Doctrina Imperatives. This is on page 70. I'll just quickly have a look at that, because this is nothing I'd heard before. At the start of your movement phase, you can choose up to 1 Doctrina Imperative from the list opposite. Okay. Oh, there's a lot. Okay. It will increase the army's ability in the shooting phase. So you do this every movement phase. While conquer imperatives will make the army more proficient in the assault phase. Okay. So you choose in the movement phase one of these for the Vanguard. So the Protector Imperatives, Gamma. Until the start of the next turn, all models in the friendly unit rule add 1 to their ballistic skill characteristic. Wow. Beta, until the start of the next turn, all models in the friendly unit add 2 to their ballistic skill, but subtract 1 from their weapon skill. Wow. And Alpha, they add 3 to their ballistic skill and -2 to their weapon skill. And then the close combat one, the Alpha, you add 1 to ballistic skill. Beta, add 2 to the weapon skill even, minus the ballistic skill. And the Alpha of that one, add 3 to the weapon skill and -2 to the ballistic skill. So you can choose, in your movement phase, buffing for free your shooting or your close combat. They also have a 6-up Fiona Pain, and they have Relentless. They have rad saturation. While a unit is locked in combat with one or more models with this special rule, all models in that unit subtract 1 from their toughness to a minimum of 1. Wow. This is just a normal troop, but look at all these rules. They can include 5 additional Vanguard at 9 points a model. The Alpha may take ranged weapon, melee weapon, special weapons and relics of Mars. The Vanguard can carry an enhanced data tether or an omnispecs, 5 points or 10 points. I'm going to have to be going back and forth, because this is brand new stuff to me. What did I say? A data tether. You add 1 to their leadership, and an omnispecs. Cover saves against attacks made by the unit that contains you -1 modifier to what you're shooting at, essentially, for cover saves. Up to 2 Skitarii may replace their radium carbines with special weapons. If the squad numbers 10 models, 1 additional Skitarii Vanguard may replace his carbine with a specialist weapon. The special weapons are an arc rifle, transuranic arquebus, and a plasma caliber. The arc rifle is 24-inch strength 6 AP5 rapid fire haywire, so you could have this unit also being able to take down tanks. The arquebus, 60-inch, its strength is X, AP3 heavy 1 armor bane sniper, so you can have specific snipers. And plasma caliber, 18-inch strength 7 AP2 assault 3 gets hot, so you've got some free shots, strength 7 AP2, so you could have 3 of these units easily for around 100 points, give them weapons, 150 points say. You can have 1 for taking down just normal taking down troops. You can have 1 specifically designed for helping to take down tanks because they've got haywire. You can have 1 specifically for strength 7 AP2 shots, so you can shoot terminators, and then the rest of the squad can do the same as well. Wow. Skitarii Rangers, 65 points gets you 4 Skitarii Rangers and a Ranger Alpha. The stats are all the same as the previous units I've spoken about. They have a 4-up armor save, and they have a galvanic rifle, which is a 30-inch strength 4 AP4, good against Tau and most of Eldar and some Tyranid models. Rapid fire precision shots, so you're choosing what you hit. They have the Doctrine Imperatives, so again they can make themselves better at shooting. Feel No Pain 6-up, Move Through Cover, and Relentless. They can have 5 extra of those, 11 points a model. Again, enhanced tether, omnispecs can be happening, and again, up to 2 Skitarii Rangers may replace their rifles with a special weapon, which we've just gone through. If the squad numbers 10 models, 1 additional Ranger would get a special weapon. I would probably say just have them as a unit, either a small unit or a large unit of 10, put them in cover, and just keep them with their weapons, because the previous entry, the Vanguards, are cheaper and can have more of the weapons options. You can have, next is Skitarian Rust Stalkers. 160 points gets you, again, 4 Skitarian Rust Stalkers and then the leadery guy. These guys are exactly the same stat. Whoa, they're very different. Weapon skill and ballistic skill is 4, strength is 4, toughness is 3, 2 wounds, initiative 4, 2 attacks, leadership 8, and 4-up save. These guys kind of look like Star Wars droids. The Ruststalker Princeps has 1 extra leadership, so it's leadership 9 and 3 attacks. They have the Skitarii battle armor, which is a 4-up armor, and then let's confirm there's nothing else hidden in there. And a 6-up invulnerable save. They have Transonic Razor, so they're good at shaving, apparently. The Transonic Razor is strength of the user, so it's strength 4, AP 5, melee, transonic. And then looking at the transonic, this, yeah, this is like the Eldar rules. On a roll of a 6 to wound, it becomes AP 2, and a lot of times that has helped my Eldar out. They have a Chawed Claw. Oh my god, so many different things. A Chawed Claw is strength user, AP 5, melee, molecular dissonance, and transonic. And molecular dissonance means when a model equipped with a Chawed Claw, it makes a close combat attack. One of its attacks will be a dissonance attack. Roll this attack separately. A dissonance attack has the Fleshbane special rule. So they've got 2 close combat weapons, it looks like. I'm not sure if you have to choose which one you're going to use, but if you don't, it looks like, because they have 2 attacks normally, one of them is the molecular dissonance weapon and one of them is the transonic weapon. And the Mind Scrambler grenades, which are probably oh wow, when they are Assault 1, Blast, Haywire, Neural Trauma. They wound on a 4-up, and it's AP 4. One model throws the grenade, and in Assault, it's Strength 3, AP 4, Haywire. So they have Haywire grenades, essentially. Wow. They're bulky, they have the Doctrina Imperatives again, so they can choose to upgrade their weapon skill ability. They have Dune Strider, which this special rule means a unit with this special rule adds 3 inches to the maximum move distance when it moves in the movement phase, when it runs, and when it makes a charge move. Wow. They have normal Feel No Pain, 5-up, and Furious Charge. These guys are meant to go into close combat, just do a bit of damage. Can go into close combat with a Land Raider, for crying out loud. They've got Haywire grenades. You can have 5 more at 30 points a model. They are quite expensive in relative terms. They have special, the leader Princep special issue war gear. Entire squad may replace their razors and claw swords and a Mind Scrambler grenades with 2 transonic blades, but the Mind Scrambler grenades give you Haywire. A Rune Stalker Princeps with 2 transonic blades may take a Chawed Claw for 5 points. A Chawed Claw for 5 points. Or you could have a Data Spike for 10 points. Moving on up, down it. Here we go. Iron Strider Skitarii. How do they make these names up? 55 points. Weapon skill 3, ballistic skill 4, strength 5, front, side, rear 11. So a low armoured walker vehicle. Initiative 3, 2 attacks, hull points 2. Suggests to me it's going to be shooting. It has twin linked Cognis autocannon, which is 48-inch strength 7, AP 4, heavy 2 Cognis. And Cognis, for people like me that have no idea what is going on. Cognis, when a model makes snapshots, including Overwatch, with a weapon that has the Cognis special rule, its ballistic skill is counted as being 2 instead of 1. which means when it's firing at Overwatch or at flyers, it's ballistic skill 2. Broad spectrum, data tether and searchlight. Crusade special rules is Crusader, Doctrine Imperative, so you can improve its ballistic skill and weapon skill. Dune Strider, add 3 to the movement, running and assault. And Precision Shots, choose what you hit. You may have 5 more of them, 55 points model, and you could upgrade them, replace its autocannon with a twin-linked Cognius las cannon at 20 points, and that gives you a las cannon at 48 inch, strength 9, AP2, heavy 1, Cognius, and again Cognius special rule, snap shooting is a ballistic skill 2. I would be tempted to get 5 of these. Have them with las cannons, and have a unit of walkers that can just move around. They're going to have a 9-inch move, and shooting them. They're a vehicle, they are open topped, but that's 5 las cannon shots from them. So you've got your infantry units able to mess around with different opponent infantry. You've got your sci-fi drone kind of things happening around with haywire. It's crazy. I may have skipped 2 pages. Oops. Skitarian Infiltrators, 185 points. Gets you 4 Skitarian Infiltrators and the Princet. The stats are the same as the Rust Stalkers. They have stub carbines, 18-inch strength 4, assault 3, AP dash, and a power sword, AP 3. They're bulky, Doctrinus Imperatives, Dune Strider, Feel No Pain, Infiltrate, Stealth. All model, they have Neurostatic Aura. All enemy models within 6 inches of one or more model with this special rule subtract 1 from their weapon skill, ballistic skill, initiative and leadership. You can have 5 more at 35 points a model. The squad may replace their power swords and starwinds with Fletcheat blasters and taser goads. Fletcheat blasters are 12-inch strength 2 burst pistol shred, and taser goads are +2 strength melee taser. And back and forth, back and forth. Taser, when making an attack with a weapon that has this special rule to hit on a 6, causes 2 additional hits per the target, so it essentially zaps 2 of them. Okay, so these guys, looks like that they are designed to essentially inhibit your opponent. With the power swords, they can hurt Space Marines. They feel no pain. Few attacks, so they're an alright unit as well. They would be considered taking as well. But 350 points for 10 is quite expensive. A Sidonian Dragoon, 45 points, is a weapon skill, ballistic skill 4, strength 5, front side rear armor of 11, initiative 3, 3 attacks, hull points 2. Taser Lance, broad spectrum data tether and a searchlight. The Taser Lance is a close combat thing. It's +3 to the strength, melee, joust, taser. And that joust means a model attacking with this weapon with this special rule rolls doubles its initiative characteristics on a turn in which it's successfully charged. So there's a couple of, and there's a 5-up cover save as well. That's alright. That's designed as being a close combat thing. I probably wouldn't take that one though. I would probably go with the Iron Strider Skitarii. Okay, on Ogre Doom Crawlers or Spider Tanks. 90 points. They are weapon skill 3, ballistic skill 4, strength 5, front and side of 12, so that's a bit better, and rear 11. Initiative 2, attack 1, hull point is 3, it's a vehicle walker. Eradication beamer is what is on it. The eradication beamer, short range, 0 to 9 inches, it's strength 10, AP 1, heavy blast. Medium range, strength 9, range 9 to 18 inches, strength 8, AP 3, heavy 1 blast, or long range is 18 inch to 36 inch, strength 6, AP 5, heavy 1, large blast. Okay. Broad spectrum data tether, immenculous force field. Gives it a 6-up invulnerable save, and a searchlight. Comes with the Doctrina imperatives as well. Crawler, a model with this special rule is never slowed by difficult terrain, automatically passes dangerous terrain but cannot run. Field Harmonics, a model with this special rule adds 1 to any invulnerable saving throw it makes for its immenculous force field for each other model from the same squadron within 4 inches. So, may include up to 2 additional at 90 points a model. It's telling you, buy more. Buy a unit of 3, you will then get a 4-up invulnerable save, armour of 12 with crazy weapons. By the way, you can swap the weapons out. Twin-linked heavy phosphor blaster for 15 points, a neutron laser and Cognis heavy stobber for 25, and an Icarus array for 35 points. Twin-linked heavy phosphorus blaster. 36 inch, strength 6, AP 3, heavy 3, luminogen. How many different words can you use in this codex? Luminogen, a unit that suffers 1 or more unsaved wounds, glancing or penetrating hits caused by a weapon with this special rule counts its cover save as being 1 point worse than normal until the end of the phase. That's alright. The neutron laser and heavy stubber. Neutron laser is 48 inch, strength 10, AP 1, heavy 1 blast, concussive. That's a potential one. Heavy stubber. I can't actually see that at the back. And the Icarus array is very interesting, and I would recommend this one. You have many words. Icarus array, Daedalus missile launcher, 48 inch, strength 7, AP 2, heavy 1 Skyfire. Gatling rocket launcher, 48 inch, strength 6, AP 4, heavy 5, ignores cover Skyfire. Twin-linked Icarus autocannon, 48 inch, strength 7, AP 4, heavy 2, interceptor Skyfire, twin-linked. A unit of 3 of these with an Icarus array in cover will take down winged hive tyrants, demon princes, flying demons, and most vehicles. The fact that you have the difference between strength 7 and strength 6, AP 2, AP 4, AP 4, twin linked, 2 shots, 5 shots, 1 shot. That's amazing. 3 of those, please, with the Skyfire thing. And they've got the Doctrinus imperatives, so you're going to be guaranteed to hit. You can improve their ballistic skills and stuff like that. Then it goes into a formation of battle, maniple, a unit of Skitarii Vanguard, Rangers, Rostalkers, Infiltrators, Dragoons, Ballistari, and 1 unit of Dune Crawlers, which you'll probably be getting. You get to reroll the war traits, have preferred enemy. You have leadership 10 when you're within 12 inches of the Dune Crawler, and Crusader and Scout. So yeah, all the models I said which were good. yeah, that I would take. You've taken a battle maniple formation and you're happy. Or a war cohort, which is 3 battle maniples, 3 of them. And the design note here would count as both formations, and there's no conflicting rules. If the formation is your primary detachment / your army, I guess, you re-roll the result when rolling on the Warlord traits table and you have preferred enemy. And you choose to reuse a Doctrina imperative that your army has already used earlier in the game. Skitarii and Killclade, 3 units of Runestalkers and Infiltrators. They all have neurostatic aura, and once per game, in any game turn after the first, from this formation they can charge in the assault phase even if they've run the same turn. They've got Iron Strider Cavaliers, 2 units of Skitarii Dragoons and 1 unit of Skitarii thingamabobs. They have acute sensors and outflank. They re-roll failed to wound rolls against nominated characters. They can always trace line of sight and shoot through other models in the formation, conferring a cover save for shooting through an intervening unit. And reserve rolls are umphed. And then it goes on to the special rules that I've just been going on about, because I don't know anything about this army. So yeah, as I've read this to you, I can see Skitarii are very different to the mainstream 40k armies. They've got, well, specific roles, but good options, and they don't have any flyers or any heavy vehicles as such. But like I said, if you have Dune Crawlers with the 3 Icarus cannons shooting at the flyers, you can do it. So they have anti-infantry weapons, they've got anti-tank weapons, they've got anti-flyer weapons, anti-monstrous creature weapons, anti-flying monstrous creature weapons, no psychic powers as such, or psychers. Cool looking models, different looking models, again Fallout 3 / Fallout New Vegas with Star Wars. What do I think about this codex? It's good. It's a good codex. Cheap codex. The models aren't though. To have that formation, that's really cool. You need a lot of models and they're not very cheap coming out. They're around 30 quid or just over 30 quid for the Dune Crawler, so that's £100 you're spending on 1 unit. You're going to have to spend 100 to 150 on another unit. So if you have 6 to 7 units in your army, and they're all at 20 to 30 quid, that's crazy. That's crazy prices. But that is the way of things with Games Workshop. How would I do it? If it was me, I would probably either do what I've been saying, have 3 units of Vanguard equipped differently, then have the unit of Dune Crawlers with the anti-air, and then kind of see what my points are for the game value, going around like that. Or get a battle maniple formation, so I can have the unit of Vanguard, Rangers, Runestalkers, Infiltrators, Dragoons or Ballistary, and a unit of Dune Crawlers, and then ally with an Imperial Knight, or depending on the points value, a couple of Imperial Knights, and just kind of ally it out that way. I think that formation from here would be good, because then you could have your Imperial Knight just having fun shooting and doing whatnot, and then your little units doing their own thing that they're specifically targeting to do. Good themed, good little codex, expensive price wise. I do like it. So if you're a Skitarii player or thinking about doing Skitarii, let me know what you think about the units, how they look, the rules, the weapons, and everything like that. I've been Marc from the Xenovids channel, doing a Codex review on Skitarii, and contemplating whether to buy models or to not. Thanks very much for watching. Please comment, share, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.